Hey everyone, I love saltwater tanks, and there's a lot of misconceptions about like the difficulty of keeping a saltwater tank. A lot of people think that it's a lot harder than keeping a freshwater tank, but it's really not that much more difficult. Just need to put in a little more time into it. But I just wanted to show you guys a couple of the extra things that you would need to buy for like a starter saltwater tank. The first and the most obvious difference between saltwater and freshwater is the salt. We have two different types of salt. We have just regular salt, and then we've got, or like regular reef salt, and we have the reef crystals. This is more for like coral tanks if you want to get into that. But if you just want like a saltwater tank with some fish in there, you can do the purple buckets here. The typical measurement is about a half a cup per gallon. So you'll want to consider that when you're picking out like how big of a tank you want, is how much you're going to have to come back and get more salt. And we've also got a hydrometer as well, which you will need. This is for measuring your salinity levels. You want to make sure that it's staying in the sweet spot. You don't want it to deviate too far from where it's supposed to be. So that's what this is going to do. It's going to allow you to measure that. Another thing to consider would be some frozen food for your saltwater tank. Freshwater fish love frozen food as well, so it's always good to consider, but the saltwater fish can be more picky when it comes to what kinds of food they're going to eat, so there's more specific frozen foods for them, so you'd want to consider getting some of that as well. Another thing that you're going to need is a circulation pump just to get the water flowing around in the tank. All saltwater fish like a pretty heavy flow because they are from the ocean, and the currents are pretty intense in the ocean, but you want to do like at least two of them, just kind of random, almost like random placement, so that the circulation in the tank is as random as possible to, again, mimic the ocean currents. Now, there are other things that I would like to mention, but they don't quite fit in the video. The last thing I'm going to talk about for today would be the water itself. I would recommend using like some reverse osmosis water, which we sell here. You have to bring your own buckets to fill it up, or you can use like distilled water. You can use tap water as well, but it's a little riskier than using reverse osmosis just because RO water is what we use in our tanks, but it's just safer because it doesn't have any like fluctuations in it, because like from city to city, you're going to get different tap water. So RO water is just, it's a nice base to start with. Some of the saltwater fish can be more sensitive to like different changes in water. So having like a nice base to start with the RO water is definitely the way to go, in my opinion. Yeah, you just set yourself up with a couple of these extra things, as well as like your filter and your heater and all that stuff, like you would for a freshwater tank. And once you've set it up, the care is about the same as a freshwater tank. You just do your water changes about once a month, and it's simple as that. So if you're interested in getting a saltwater tank set up, don't hesitate to ask one of us about it. Thanks.